Hey everyone, how we doing? There's people here. This is cool. This is cool. Sound off. Sound off in chat. Sound off in chat, or if you're on the Discord, feel free to take a look. See at join into the apprentice chat, and we can natter at each other a bit. This is cool. Kind of wish I didn't have my banister in the frame. Well. Hey Eric. Hey Fitter. Hey Aaron. Hey Morris. And I don't know who my very first one, who MS is, but it's good to see you. We're gonna hang out for just a few minutes, waiting for some more folks to join us. Oh no, the echo. I need a more elegant solution for this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna hop out of the voice channel. Oh man. Oh boy, that went almost as badly as it possibly could have. This is good. We're learning this as we go. I think next. I'll run another stream later where I've got a headset on so that I can not have things go as audibly awful. Can you tell I'm new to this? Can you tell that I'm I haven't done this very much? They were. I'm trying to figure out a way that where Discord I can talk to Discord and go over what's happening. I might have to just adjust my audio and my my headset up. Puzzle through that. I'll have to puzzle through that shortly. Where might I find that? I'm going to do that for just a couple minutes. Benny. Molto Benny. Okay. If I deafen, that means I can't hear anyone. If I mute, no one can hear me. You have come for knowledge. Oh, goodness. All right. Very, very good. I guess you'll all just have to hit the chat for now. We'll try and figure out a way to get more dialogue in the future. We'll maybe be able to work around it. I have ideas. I have plans. Got 1 minute until we're going to salute in, and then we'll get ourselves going. Oh, I wake up at 6. Hello, nice to see you. Let's see. Have I said hello to Eric? I did say hello to Eric. This is all very exciting. This is all very good. All right, wait for it. All right, everyone, line up. Weapons by your sides. Continue to wait for it. 6:35. Good to see you all. Live from East Van. Our first, as near as I can tell, Academy Duello's first live stream class. This is should be fun. Let's get ourselves into it. Arte, ardore, onore. So let's start. So if you're following along at home and you want to join in, I'd encourage all of you to join in for a little bit of warm up with me. I'm gonna peel this off. I'm just gonna work a little bit, loosening up my hips because I've got some wildly tight hips. If you're following along at home, the advice I like to give people when they're in front of me and we're doing this in person is not to really try and push your range of motion right now. Really just try and get some mobility, get some lubrication to the joints. Now I'm going to work on outside crescents. Oh, there's pops. I'm going to try and note those pops in as non-judgmental a way as I can manage. Who's following along at home? Tell me in the chat. Good, and let's do some insides. Yes, awesome. Irin, Vitor, this pleases me greatly. Eric, yes, that pleases me greatly too. I love this. This is very good. Oh, Morris, yes. Oh, this is great. This is actually working famously. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Now I'm going to just do some rotations in my hips. Oh. Try my best to keep my shoulders stable and rotating kind of around that. Touching my shoulders helps. I also have a webcam to look at that's letting me know if I'm doing it right or not. I'm going to go the other way. Great, awesome. Now I'm going to rotate, keep my hips still and rotate my shoulders around them. Now I'm going to go the other way. That's good. All right, and what do I want to do now? Yeah, here's a favorite. Take a nice wide stance. Hold a beach ball. Hold something that's about the size of a beach ball in front of you. I'm going to try and get really square onto my camera. And lift the beach ball up. And split it in half. It is not actually a beach ball. It is a very big Kinder Egg. This exercise is illegal in the continental United States. Oh, thanks for that. Okay, I like that. It's a good bit. It pleases me. Go the other way now. Reaching behind us and up. Kind of sitting in like a third of a squat. I like to tell people to imagine they're sitting on a very large exercise ball. If you hear any pops and cricks, apply no judgment to it. This is just data. Good. All right. I'm going to get some rotations through my elbows. I'll even double up and let my neck stretch over a bit. If you want to make airplane noises while you're at home, it's your business. I'm not going to say you can't. Let's go the other way. Oh, wow, lots of cricks there. Whew. My arm's a little shake. I'm going to work my wrists with one of my ankles. You can work your wrists individually like I am. You can put them together, roll them through a circle. Turns into a bit of a coordination exercise and it makes me happy. Other ankle. It's been a while since I've done lots of exercise. I spent most of last week running around doing my best to not panic. So you'll have to excuse me if my face gets as red as my shirt. All right, very good. Let's do a few exercises. Let's try to do a little bit of conditioning. Let's do, and it's cool that I've got a timer here. Let's do as many push-ups as we can in 20 seconds. Ready? And go. That's lovely. Squats are another fun one to do at home. Making sure we are nice and straight in the back. We maintain the straightness of our back as we go all the way down. Let's do as many of these as we can for another 20 seconds. Ready? And 2, 1, go. Couple deep breaths. Grab a pillow from my couch. Gonna do some rises from the dead. We maintain a nice straight line from our shoulders to our knees. Lean back and straighten up. We don't want to sit down and lean back. That's just a modified sit-up. Should feel it across the front of your thighs. Let's do this for 12 more seconds. Okay, awesome. Very, very good. Very, very good. Sit-ups are a good choice too. Feels exactly like being at the studio. Still have nonsense in my pockets to pull out. And let's work on sit-ups for 20 seconds. Nice round number. Ready, go. Stay sitting down for a minute. Take a few deep breaths. Be glad of that sweat and all that heat. It's good stuff. I'm going to do one last set of exercises for today. We're going to spend some time on bridges and variants in the bridge. Nice easy one. I've got my feet tucked in underneath my couch right now. Just lifting up our hips. And hold that for 10 seconds. Good. We can do a variant. Cross a knee over. Hold this for 10 seconds. And switch to the other knee. You can make it just a little harder by placing your hands under your shoulder, loading your hands up a bit, just pressing your palms into the ground as you do this hip bridge. It's strengthening and activating your shoulders a little. I'm going to try for the full bridge just for 10 seconds. Let's see if I can get there. Let's see if you can all get there. Come along with me. What a ride we're on. Ready? Okay. Here we go. And go. Down it goes. Nice. Nice. Woo! That's the good stuff. So now that we're all nice and warm, let's spend a little bit of time talking about today's class. You hurt your backbone. Geez. Don't bust yourself, Morris. Things are hard enough as it is. Don't gibble your back. You need that. Whew. So let's sit. Let me just grab my chair. Let's chat for a minute about solo practice. Our solo practice can take lots of different shapes. We can think about stance. We can think about footwork. We can think about order. We can also think about reading and dealing directly with our material. Stance exercises. You can spend some time in a mirror or in a camera if you've got it. You can spend some time checking the alignment of your body and making sure that everything lines up the way you want it to. A nasty habit of mine in my own practice is that I tend to let my backside stick out behind me while I'm in my stance. Ideally, I want to have my hips tucked underneath me, creating a nice straight line from my shoulders to my hips. I also feel this engagement a fair bit across my hip flexors. That's one of my like tactile cues that I'm doing this properly. You can spend some time here. Close your eyes. Start to feel it in your body. Open your eyes. Are you still doing what you want? Are you still creating that right alignment in your body? Yes? Good. Awesome. We can do footwork drills. Even if you're really crunched for space, kind of like I am here, I have maybe about 10 feet by 6 or 7. 10 or 11 feet by 6 or 7 feet. It's not a lot, but certainly enough to let me work on some nice basic mechanics. Move this chair. Now, another note for the next streams. I need a more elegant place to put my chair. I can work on just nice, agile, advancing steps. Make sure I've got my engagement the way I want. Switch my feet. Advance, 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 advance. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Can consider the nature of my pass. Even if I don't have lots of room to do very dynamic exercises, I can make these a little bit more cerebral by making sure that I'm directing my force and my alignment properly. I want to make sure that I am stepping and directing from my hips rather than leading with my shoulders as I make my steps. The purpose of my legs isn't necessarily to drive my attack, but it's to align my structure so that I can deliver the attacks as I need to. That may not make sense. Feel free to type in let me know in chat if that makes sense, or if that's just kind of obtuse sounding nonsense. You can incorporate a fair bit of extra footwork. You can work on a pass, advance, pass, retreat. Advance, pass, retreat, pass. Advance, gather, advance, pass, retreat, gather, retreat, pass. Advance, gather, advance, pass, retreat, gather, retreat, pass. Yes? Mm-hmm. We can spend some time working on the turns of our body, how we align ourselves, how we move. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. We can spend some time thinking about the turns of our body, just from the Abrazare curriculum. We can think about our volta stabile. The balls of my feet are staying in the same place, and I am pivoting around them. If we want to think about this in kind of a numeric geometric sense, I should be getting about 120 to 135 degrees of arc out of this turn. Just enough to take me comfortably facing the other direction. Can work on my mezza volta by a triangle step. As we start to engage with the sources, you may occasionally see variants on this triangle or compass step. Something that you'll see a lot in Marozzo if you're reading and studying his assaults is an action where it's a step with the right foot. It is a right foot to my opponent's left foot follows the right. Or a step with my left foot to my opponent's right, Right foot follows behind the left. Yes? Good? Okay, cool. I'll assume from your silence that you all get it. And this is all useful kind of by itself. These are good exercises no matter what exercises you choose to do or what weapon that you're following. You can get lots of mileage. You can get lots of mileage out of doing this. Out of doing these unarmed, you can work and modify similar exercises with rapier, longsword, polearms. Let's actually get something in our hands, though. I am fortunate that I was able to acquire all of my swords and bring them home with me. And I'm super fortunate that it's Gioco Stretto month and I don't have to do lots of really big swinging cuts right now. Some work that I can do blade in hand. I can spend some time just working the really rote order of my thrust. Getting that nice extension of my arms. Letting arms extend and knees follow. And I can keep and again, if you've got the access, you can keep an eye on a video, on a mirror, and make sure you are recovering to the position you want to. This is a good time to spend lots of bandwidth, lots of thought on making sure that on cultivating the perfection of your form. Don't stress if it's not perfect, but you can spend. But this is about as good a time as any to say, is my body doing what I want it to do for these actions? Extend, bend my knees, recover, arms down. Cool. Maybe you don't have a sword. This is fine. You can perform these same actions with something sword-like. Maybe a dagger. You can perform them with, I don't know. Maybe you've got a stick. Heck, in a pinch, you can grab anything that a 10-year-old would pretend to use as a sword and adapt that. Yep, absolutely, Morris. You can definitely use a rapier. Maybe all you got is maybe you got a broom handle. Cool, work with that. The balance isn't going to be the exact same as a sword. It is going to be a little different, but you can certainly spend some time working and cultivating your order with them. Put this back together. Dust off that chair. Oh, it's gross. Ugh. What else let's see. Okay, you can spend some time working on your guards. It's like if any of you follow me on Instagram, I've got a picture where I interpreted one of Fiore's plays with a broom. You'll have to go bump that on Insta though. Gosh, what else was I on about? Oh yes, things that we can do with the sword. Since we are working in the gioco stretto, we're thinking about the thrust. We can do our extensions of the arm, bend of the knee, a lunge, if space permits, a passing lunge. You can do the passing lunge that lets your other foot end leading. You can practice all of these, concluding in other guards, like the Guardia di Faccia, the Guardia d'Entrare, the Guardia di Alicorno, or the Becca Cesa or Becca Posa. Marozzo differentiates. We just call this guard the Guardia di Alicorno in Duello. You can spend time learning about your guards. You can take a look at us on wmawiki.org and take a look at some of our solo forms. One of the ones that we really like is a 12-guard progression of Marozzo's guards. Cool thing that we can practice right now is learning and memorizing all of these guards. Codolonghi stretta, Porta di Ferro stretta, Denteo Cingara stretta, Guardia alta. I'm not letting my tip go up because I don't want to obliterate my poor ceiling. Codolonghi alta, Porta di Ferro stretta, Codolonghi larga e distesa, Guardia di testa, Guardia d'entrare, or Guardia d'entrare. Both of them work. Codolonghi larga, Alicorno, or in this case, Becca posa, Guardia di faccia, and Becca cesa, or Guardia di Alicorno again. Some of these are differentiated by where the sword is located, by which foot is forward. I think I'm gonna make another video about detailing how we try to memorize all these guards. Oh boy, what excitement! How's all this landing? How is it? Is everyone following along? Anyone have any questions so far? Let's take a minute to go over those. Stare down this. Stare down my chat. Wait for it. Okay, cool, good, awesome. Yep, sure. The progression, once again, you're starting. Ideally, this is done with passing steps forward, but I'll go over. Good stuff, Morris. Yeah, but I'll go over everything by which foot is forward for when we're in a space limited scenario. We're starting with our weapon at our side. Dominant foot is forward. I'm going to do this right-handed, and I'm going to do this right-handed the first time, and I'll do it left-handed the second. Advance my right foot. Sword is held low. I am in codolonghi e stretta. I'm going to switch my feet. My left foot is forward. My sword is on my left side. Okay, in front of my left hip, I am in Denteo Cingara stretta. I am right foot forward again with my sword above me in the Guardia alta. Yep, I'll tell you that spot again in a moment, Morris. I am left foot forward with my sword held high, like I have just finished a cut to the head in the Codolonghi e alta. I am right foot forward with my sword held over my right knee. I am in the Porta di Ferro stretta, the narrow iron gate. I have my left foot forward, my right foot back, and my sword waggling behind me like it's a tail. Codolonghi e larga e distesa, the long and extended wide tail. I'm right foot forward again, with my sword covering my head, the Guardia di testa. I have my left foot forward and my sword held out entirely in front of me, either with my hand neutral or my palm down, in the Guardia d'entrare, entering guard. I have my right foot forward again. I am in the Codolonghi e larga, long and wide tail. I have my left foot forward in the Guardia di Alicorno, or if you're being very strict in Marozzo, this is the Becca posa. Right foot forward, and we are in the Guardia di faccia. If you study rapier, this is kind of a modified quarta. Without a step, we roll back into the Guardia di Alicorno, or we find ourselves in Marozzo's Becca cesa. Brings it all back together. The website again is WMA Wiki. You can look up Marozzo. You can look up the Sidesword or the Sidesword progression. You might have to sift around a bit though. It's pretty old. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this with our left hand. Weapons by my side. Let's go this way. Dominant foot is forward. My left foot is forward. Coda longa y stretta. Non-dominant foot. My right foot this time is forward. Dente al cingara stretta. Sword is above me. Dominant foot is forward. Guardia alta. This is harder with my left hand. Non-dominant foot is forward. Right foot again. And I am in the coda longa e alta. Left foot is forward. Porta di ferro stretta. Right foot is forward. Coda longa e larga e distesa. Left foot is forward. Guardia di testa. Right foot is forward. Guardia d'entrare. Again, either a hand in our neutral position or with our palm down. Left foot forward. Sword is held low. And the coda longa e larga. Right foot is forward in the becca posa or the guardia di alicorno. Left foot is forward in guardia di faccia. Back over into alicorno again or the becca cesa. And if you missed this, don't worry. The stream is going to be saved and open for reviewing. All right, we have just a little bit of time left. That's 12 of the 17 guards that we use. In another video, I'll go over all of the guards and the nature of how we name and remember and define them. I suppose the last thing we'll talk about for just a few minutes is some of the things that you can do if you maybe have no space, maybe the floors are super creaky, you don't want to be that obnoxious neighbor upstairs, which I kind of am being right now. Right now, we have a couple of books available to us. One of them is this one, a fantastic translation of Marozzo's book, The Duel, or the Flower and Battle in the Art of Arms. This translation was done by Jarek Swanger, and it's my gold standard right now. It's one of the. Not only is it a very lovely and gorgeous book, but it's also it's also laid out and translated very faithfully to the original work. There's This is available on lulu.com. Yeah, I know. I saw Morris. It's cool. You can also take a look at. You can find this on lulu.com. You can also find Tom Leone's translation. He just has the first part of the first book out right now. He's doing his translations in installments, and that will go over Marozzo's preface and his first 3 assaults of sword and buckler. It's good to go over the guard section. You can certainly get a lot out of reading and practicing the assaults. We'll talk a little bit more about the assaults in later classes and videos, but you can take a look at them and try to contextualize them around this idea of narrow play. With these last couple minutes that we have left, let's talk about what the narrow play is. The narrow play, or the gioco stretto, is an action that concludes with your point in line. At least in the preamble that Jarek gives us. In the Academy, we define the gioco stretto very similarly. The point is in presence, or the point is entering the presence. When these actions are happening, you are in a gioco stretto situation. Whew. And I think that about does it. It's a pretty crispy 40 minutes of class. In 5 minutes, there's going to be another class happening via a Zoom meeting. My friend Ben is going to be running that. If you're on our Discord, feel free to take a look-see at it. Any questions in the chat? And I'll just take a moment to take a look-see at Discord. Nope. No one's talking in the Discord right now. That's good. About WMA. What about it? Oh, the wiki? Who is the better better is a maybe a dubious way of looking at it. They're both very good translations. I personally appreciate this one a lot because it's a much wholer a much wholer text of Marozzo. I think the only thing that's not in Jarek's is the section at the end of Marozzo on the actual like jurisprudence and the legalese of dueling in the time, which I think Jarek said he didn't translate because he wasn't really a legal scholar, and he didn't want to misrepresent or mistranslate anything. Okay. Tom's is a fairly trim translation. It's a much smaller book. It's a lot easier to handle, especially for like students at Duello who are learning their assaults. It's a pretty easy to engage with book. And Tom lays his out gives like numeric, easy to follow steps for all of his assaults. It's a good layout to look at and learn and engage with the material. Part of where I'm at in my own practice is that I'm really trying to engage with the sources in as direct a way as I can, knowing that I don't have a really good understanding of Italian. I mean, I'd love to know Italian well enough to. Oh gosh, Marley's here. Good to see you. Knowing that I can't really read directly from the transcriptions or even from the original copies in Marozzo. I like Jarek's right now because it connects me a little more directly to the source material. I think that about does it. All right, I'm going to do this for. Let's see. Let's just chat for a couple minutes then. Everyone, quickly tell me something that you have worked on. I think so. Tell me something you have worked on today that you are greatly pleased with. I will go first. I am a big smiling idiot about these. I've painted my rotella, and I'm like crazy jazzed about it. And I've put a bit of color onto the buckler that I made some months ago. So I hope you're all keeping healthy and keeping safe. Don't fall over. Yeah, thanks, man. Okay. All right. Okay, that's it. That's just about that takes us just about to 45 minutes. Let's button it up here. If you want, you can come find me over in the Discord. We can chat over there and maybe have a bit of discussion time. For now, though, I think let's salute out and leave you all on your merry way. Weapons by your side if you have something close to hand. Thank you all so much for joining. This is it's good to be connected to everyone right now. I am very happy to see that I had people, lots of people jump in and take a look at this. And we say, arte, ardore, onore. Thank you all so much. Continue to be safe. Make sure that you are only going out for groceries and medicine.